Sinjuri, grazzi li għedin maħna l-għar nofsinari tajjeb. Sa nitkellmu ftit ma' Kate Fenneckfield u Miguel Rosales mit Teatru Manoel mill-qasam ta' TOI TOI li huwa l-educational program u sa nisimgħu naqra iktar fuq. Thank you very much for coming today.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you for having us.
I mean, we're going to speak a bit about the program that we're expecting for the month of November.
Yes.
However, perhaps for people who haven't been with us before, can we just have a brief overview about TOI TOI?
Of course, yes. TOI TOI is the education programme, as you said, for Teatru Manoel, so the National Theatre's learning wing. We run events for babies, toddlers, and all the years, the school years, college, and then we also obviously have an eye on adult learning, outreach community, and we want to be as inclusive as we can, so we also have a project for the elderly as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we've seen sort of parts of it during our summer series and
That's
last
right.
year's. This, I would say, is this program, which is Series 9, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, we're in
Series 9. So you've been going. This
is the ninth year of
ninth year. So that's sort of very established, I would say now.
Yes, we'd like to think that we're definitely a brand, if you like, that people recognise. TOI TOI derived from the expression which you should never say, which is good luck, and it's sort of a way of not saying it. So it's a stage derivation of good luck.
Yes.
And we have a lot of local artists showcased throughout the year. Just coming up at the moment, we've got Stephen Oliver, the British actor, who very well established here in Malta. He's actually presenting there's something that we can talk about called Fright Night, which is on the 1st of November.
Okay.
So this one is definitely
very
not for schools. Yes, I know.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a one-off event that's quite different for us. It's at 11:45 at night. The age range really is 11 plus, so sort of the older children who would be allowed to stay up. And it's a bit of a ghost hunt around what could be described as one of Malta's most allegedly haunted buildings, which is Teatru Manoel.
Teatru Manoel, right. And which part of the building will this take place in?
The auditorium itself, obviously where the audience is sitting, but what's happening is it's a live ghost hunt that young people are coming in, and it's actually being filmed live in the evening. They've already done a couple of evenings staying all night, and the stories that have come out of what they're hearing, and obviously we've heard the legends of what goes on. You know, when I first started working there, it's one of the things, have you heard the story about the ghost? And, you know, of course, whether you believe in these things or not, it's fascinating.
So the ghost of Teatru Manoel.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. How many children or young teens can come at that time for an event?
I think that particularly if you're with your family, or if you're an older teen and you've been allowed to go with a group of your friends, then you know it's going to be held in the theatre itself, the main stage. So obviously we take hundreds there.
How long does it go on for?
It's a 1 hour show.
A 1 hour show. That sounds really lovely.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can describe a bit how you work. You're heading TOI TOI now.
That's
Kate.
right. Yes.
And I know you work very closely with Miguel.
I do.
Yes. And what is Miguel's role?
Miguel is our creative associate. So Miguel works with we have consultants for each discipline. So we have a music consultant, drama and dance, and also a baby events coordinator. So for they're all specialists in their field, and they're all looking for what they can show off from their discipline.
Wow.
Miguel himself is a musician and a creative person.
Yes.
And he works alongside me to make sure that whatever the consultants want, we can make it happen at the theatre.
That's lovely. And we also met Daniela last month.
Yes.
And she's a new addition to your team.
Yes,
so
she is.
it keeps growing, and I suppose the program keeps getting richer also. What about November? What else are we going to see in November?
So obviously I've spoken about Fright Night, but that obviously is for our older people. We then have our next number 2 of the series of 6 baby events.
Baby series, yes.
Very exciting. Andiamo all'opera.
And the age group?
The age group is 0 to 2, but basically it's babies, so up to 3 years old is fine. They really appreciate it. We've got a really exciting cast for this one.
Yeah.
The person who's heading it, we're very excited to tell you, is Claire Gigo, none other than Claire Gigo.
Lovely.
I know, so we've been liaising with her because she's obviously very, very busy abroad, and she's planned it from afar and will be coming and rehearsing and going to run this show. And obviously, we like to have National Theatre standards, so we're delighted to welcome someone of that quality. Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, when I've brought the children, it's been wonderful. They've really enjoyed it.
Good.
And the atmosphere is incredible, I think.
Yes.
Forsi insomma kemm ftit bil-Malti. Miguel, għall-udjenza li qatt ma ġew għadhom forsi u ġabu tfal, anke jekk huma ma jmorrux il-teatru, kulħadd jħobb jgħallem it-tfal ħafna kemm jista' jkun. X'ikun l-ewwel pass li taħseb għandhom jagħmlu jekk għandhom it-tfal?
Jiena nemmen li kemm jista' jkun, speċjalment ta' età żgħira, it-tfal nisponuhom għal ħafna affarijiet biex naraw eżatt xi ħobbu, x'inhuma l-interessi tagħhom, u dik inkludi l-qari, l-litteratura, l-arti, l-isport, minn kollox. Jiena naħseb li anke jekk il-ġenituri nifisom huma naqra xettiki fuq it-teatru għandhom jippruvaw anke lihom stess imorru jaraw l-avvenimenti tagħna, jaraw jekk jistgħux jiġu u jaraw jekk forsi t-tfal jieħdu x'gost, forsi huma jieħdu gost ukoll il-ġenituri ma tafx kif. U forsi nissallaw imħabba ġdida f'din il-familja, per eżempju.
U naħseb ħaġa wkoll li tieħodhom darba tfal, forsi l-ewwel darba ma jidħlux fiha, jien għandu ngħid mit-tfal tagħna, ma daħlux fiha ħafna l-ewwel darba, imma mbagħad tieħodhom it-tieni darba jkunu jafu x'għandhom jistennew, allura jkunu iktar eċċitati. The excitement builds up from taking them from the first time to the second, and then they know what they're going to look forward to, I think.
I think it's so special, particularly for babies, because that's their very first experience. But not just the baby's experience, it's actually really wonderful and quite moving to see the parents with their babies enjoying it together and seeing their babies.
And I think even from a parent's point of view, I mean, most parents work today, but it's a time to stop and focus. And what I also liked, and I have to point out, the age group from 0 to 2, the performances aren't very long. No. So it's just enough, I think. It's just enough.
We want to make sure that we're keeping up to date with current thinking and particularly with educational thinking. And that's very much part of how we program it. So half an hour is plenty for a baby.
Yes.
You've got to think, especially these days, unfortunately, babies aren't so, it's not so much of a problem, but certainly for school age, primary school children, they have, sometimes they don't sit for very long and they need to learn to sit and take things in and then also be involved in the show.
And it's a bit of a change from the screen, I think.
That's exactly what we mean,
What about the last event that you've got for November?
Oh, now, we did this on purpose because it's funny, but we've called it A-wop-bop-a-loo-mop-a-lop-bom-bom. So there we go.
So how do we say that?
We just thought we thought it would be funny if people had to phone and book that on there.
Okay.
But it's obviously a jazz event, and it's again a real fabulous name. We've got Angela Velazar.
That's it, yes.
And Miguel knows more about this group because I haven't heard this group yet.
Yes,
Forsi nistgħu nitkellmu ftit bil-Malti.
Mela, Angela propjament kantajt magħha jiena xi sentej ilu, għandha vuċi tremenda. U hi taħdem ma' grupp jismu Swing Nuage. Fejn ikantaw u jdoqqu ħafna mużika stil ta' jazz, jabdu il-classics u jaqelbuhom mal-istil ta' jazz, down tempo. U Angela tmur sew ħafna wkoll ma' tfal. Jiġifieri jiena nista' nara li malli jiġu it-tfal biex jaraw A-wop-bop-a-loo-mop-a-lop-bom-bom.
Gotcha.
That's it. L-ewwel ħaġa tfal ħajjieħdu ħafna gost li ħajjisimgħu.
U rridu nsemmu wkoll li meta jkun hemm dawn l-avvenimenti ma jkunux bil-qiegħda fit-teatru kbir, it's a very small compact.
Ħajkunu fl-studio theatre li huwa madwar il-kantuniera.
Li huma kważi parti mill-performance.
Bażikament isna qegħdin aħna palissa daqshekk jkun hemm distanza bejn l-udjenza u minn.
Wonderful. And this has been sort of a summary of the program for November.
Yes.
Before we close, I'd like to mention that Julie James is going to be performing, because I know a lot of our audience love her. She's been here to sing during our program, but she'll be performing a Christmas special, right?
Yes, that's right. We've got her, we've managed to book her. It's a fabulous part of our Yesteryear series, and she'll be there with George Formosa. On the, we think it's the 18th, Wednesday the 18th of December. Okay. It's all on the website.
But we can talk about that more next month when you come and visit us.
Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Signori Kate Fenneckfield u Miguel Rosales mit Teatru Manoel. Dejjem ningrazzjaw il-management tal-Teatru Manoel.